Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool,
Shall I start?
Arvind. 7 o'clock we start. 7 o'clock
Okay. I
sharp.
think
Okay.
recording is started. That's why I asking. Okay.
That's fine. Like we prepare ourselves for 7.
Okay.
Okay. One minute more to go.
Yeah,
We
you
can
can
start.
start.
Yeah. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. I'm Arvind. I will be the Sergeant at Arms for our today's education session. I welcome you all to the fourth special education session of our Puducherry Toastmasters Club. Before we begin, let me take a moment to mention some ground rules we have to follow in our Toastmasters Club. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. And if you are not speaking, kindly put yourself on mute. And if you are stepping out of the meeting, kindly turn off your camera. Once again, before we begin, let me take a moment to remind us all of why we were here. The core mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience by which members can empower greater self-confidence and personal growth. And with this, I announce this special education session is open. To hand over the stage to our special education session, which was taken by Toastmaster Bilal. Before inviting him, let me give a small intro about him. He is a senior assistant vice president at Wells Fargo. He is nearly 5 years in Toastmaster journey, and he is currently serves as a Division D Director in District 120. Toastmaster Bilal, the stage is yours. You are on mute, Bilal. You are on mute.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arvind Sami, for that introduction. For that, I could like to welcome all Toastmasters who are attending this special session, PTC Shorts, organized by Pondicherry Toastmasters Club. Special thanks to everyone because you have dedicated yourself in a weekday, like 30 minutes, which is very precious. So, thank you so much. Let me introduce the speaker for today's meeting. So we have an educational speaker today with us. To introduce about him, he is very charming personality. His sessions are very, informative and he's sometime alarming as well. So let me introduce. I think Anto is just scrolling to check who is that personality. That was just for fun. It's me. I'm going to present my screen. Just confirm that if you are able to see it. So I'm just trying to present the entire desktop. So can anyone confirm it's visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Thanks, Rohanti, for that. Scroll down these things. Okay. So I'll directly, jump into the crux of the matter. Like last session, we saw what is pathways. We had one of the area director from Division B explaining about what is pathways and its users and everything. Today, I will briefly explain like how you can navigate through pathways and how you can choose a pathways in Toastmasters and how you are going to navigate through different levels and what are the advantages of utilizing these projects, and within a level how many projects will be there and each project focuses on what. So those kind of details I could like to share. So I have just opened my wife's account because I have completed two pathways. I'm not able to open the new one, so I have just chosen my wife account, and if you see, she has selected motivational strategies as pathways. So she enrolled in this pathways couple of a week ago. So so she was curious like which pathways should I select? Should I select engaging humor or should I select motivational strategies? Then I encouraged her that Toastmasters International itself provides a survey. So if you are confused like which pathways you have to select, there are a couple of multiple choice questions which you have to answer. So based on that, Toastmasters International website itself gives you recommendation. Like it will give you two or three recommendations, and based on that you can select. So there are a lot of pathways like dynamic leadership, engaging humor, motivational strategies. Say someone who thinks that they want to work on their humor skills while giving a presentation or speech, they can select engaging humor as the pathways. And someone wants to work on their motivational strategies, they want to become a motivational speaker or they want to motivate others through their stories, then in that case they can select motivational strategies as pathways. But if you're not aware or confused like which pathway I should select, then in that case you can try to answer this multiple choice questions, and Toastmasters International will try to understand like what is your expectation, and it will give you two or three suggestions. So as I already told, my wife has selected motivational strategies as pathways. So she is very new to Toastmasters. So the moment you log in and you go to pathways, the pathways which you have selected will be there. And in each path, there are 5 levels. So I'll just navigate and show you. There are 5 levels and there is something called pathway completion. So each level has a set of projects. So if you see in motivational strategy, someone has decided, hey, I'm going to become a motivational speaker. Let me train myself in Toastmasters. Like they have selected motivational strategies as pathways. So what's next? So in their level one, they will start with level one. Under level one, if you see, there are 4 projects. So whenever someone new member joins a Toastmasters club, my wife is new to Toastmasters, right? Her first speech will be icebreaker. So icebreaker is usually a 3 to 4 minute speech where when someone joins a club, say my wife is new to Puducherry Toastmasters club, in her first speech, that's 4 minute speech, she can't go and talk about her favorite, hobbies or a specific thing. In icebreaker, she has to introduce herself to the club members, like who is Nilofer, like why she joined Toastmasters, or her background or educational background, what she is doing. So such kind of like it's icebreaker. The club members should get a chance to know who is this specific person who has joined their club. So icebreaker is usually 3 to 4 minute speech. Since it's the first speech, Toastmaster has recommended like it's 3 to 4 minutes, and a club member has to introduce themselves to other members. The new member has to introduce themselves to other club members. The second project is about writing a speech with purpose. The first one is 4 minute speech where a new member introduces themselves to club members. The second one will be writing a speech with purpose. So in this, a member can speak on any topic, but there should be a purpose for the speech. And if you see the next one, it's about vocal variety and body language. Again, it can be any topic, but objective here is to work on their vocal variety as well as body language. So most of them I have seen from my experience. I have been in Toastmasters for almost 5 years. So even when I was new to Toastmasters, I was just thinking about delivering a speech. But what I encourage is you need to see the objective of each project. So here It's not about the content here. It's about your vocal variety and body language, how you use your tone, as well as how you use your body language, your hand gestures or your movements, how you utilize the stage. So that is the main objective of this particular project. So I highly encourage, when you navigate these projects, you can just open this and it will have a set of instructions, like how you have to use your vocal variety, how you have to use your pitch, and how you have to incorporate body language in your speech. So all those things, helpful guide steps will be there, and you have to navigate through all those slides, and then you have to come up with a speech. Again, the topic can be anything, except it should not have it should not be related to sex, religion, and politics. Apart from that, you can speak on any topic, but you should incorporate the objective of this project. Then the fourth project in level 1 is about giving feedback. So 3 speeches, you could have given a 3 speeches in level 1. The level in level 1, the last speech will be about it's about giving a feedback. Say my wife has given these 3 speeches, and we have Nitya or other person who is pretty new to Toastmasters, and they are giving their second speech, say vocal variety. Then in that case, Nilufar can complete her project by giving an evaluation to Nitya, who is in project 3 of level 1. So that's how it works. Once that is done, a member can submit for level 1 completion. So once that is done, these projects will be open. So since she has selected motivational strategies, the next level 2 will be about understanding her communication style. So there are multiple, there are different types of communication styles, right? This project is about knowing what are the different types of communication style, and to analyze yourself, like what style you are using in your day-to-day activities, or your in your corporate world. Say you are a project manager, what kind of communication style you have to self-reflect on your day-to-day activities, and you can come up with a speech about you can talk about it. There are 2 ways. You can talk about different types of communication style, and you can conclude by saying that I'm using this communication style. Or else you can, from the start of your speech, you can talk about what kind of communication style you're using and how you change your communication style based on scenario. So it can be multiple, like the person can come up with this innovative ideas, but it's the objective here is to understand different types of communication style and understand your communication style. Then we have project related to active listening and introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. And each project, if you click this introduction to Toastmaster mentoring, the other where you are able to understand from the topic itself, right? There will be such kind of things where you have to navigate through slides. I encourage you have to navigate through all projects. But again, for introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, if you say it's pretty new to you, like you could have selected some other pathways where you can never found this project, then you have to navigate, and there could be a lot of information under this particular project. If you see project checklist, what is an evaluation resource? So each project comes with few resources. When you see this evaluation resource, say my wife is trying to attempt this project in next meeting, then she has to download this evaluation resource and she has to pass this to the evaluator. So say Nilufar's evaluator is Rovanti. So what Nilufar has to do, she has to navigate through all these things, like what is Toastmaster, talks about mentors, what is mentor, and mentors versus coaching, review and apply. Like she can, after presenting the project, she can come and review like what are the things she learned. So but before doing that, she has to take this evaluation resource and she has to pass it on to her, like say evaluator for upcoming meeting. And she can even highlight like the objective of this project is this, please try to note this point and you can guide me in your with your evaluation. So she has to, it's a responsibility of the speakers to download this evaluation form and get it filled by the evaluator. So after completing, after giving a speech, you can again come back, and for each project there is something called review and apply, and there will be set of questions like while presenting your, after presenting your project, did you get to learn about this or that? You can give your rating and then you can complete this particular assignment. Let me move on to the next projects. Okay. So once this is done, you will move on to the level 3. Again, if you have done an MBA, if you have come across like how MBA program works, like for the first one and of like for 3 terms, there is 4 terms in MBAs, right? For the first 3 terms, it will be general concept. What is management? Like you will touch upon all base, like what is finance, what is HR. But in the last term, you will select something called elective, your specialization. Say you want to get specialized in HR, or if you want to get specialization in finance, or if you want to become an IT system management specialist. In the final term, you will be selecting electives, right? Same way, Toastmaster also comes up with an elective format where you will select electives based on your interests. So I have just clicked electives. Now let me see what are the electives available as part of motivational strategies. So if you see, these are some electives under motivational strategies in level 3 electives. So if you see here, there is something called connect with your audience. So if you are selecting this project, you have to come up with a speech. Again, you can enroll and see what is an objective of the project. But from here, you get to know that it's connecting with your audience. You have to come up with a speech where you can connect with your audience or know your sense of humor. Like you need to come up with a humorous speech, or it's about effective body language, research and presenting. You can take a topic, you can which is unrelevant to your profession, and you can do a lot of research and then come up with a presentation where you say you can give a 7-minute speech that I took this particular topic and I have done a research. So I am presenting these are the data. You can come up with some kind of innovative solutions or the problems which people are facing day to day in that particular area. So that is something called researching and presenting. Again, prepare for an interview. If you click this and you enroll, again the objective of the project will be there, and based on that, you can do this, do these electives. So let me go back and see what is there in level 4. So is there any question so far? I'm being very fast because it's 15 minutes. So is there any question so far? Like I have navigated through 3 levels, especially newcomers. Is there anything that is confusing here? You can just raise those questions.
Hi, Toastmaster Bilal. I have one doubt.
Yes. Arvind sir.
I choose presentation mastery as my pathway.
Okay.
Is it necessary to make a PPT, something like that?
Okay. So in your objectives, is there anything mentioned like you have to present PPT something? Arvind Sami?
Sorry, I couldn't understand, sir.
No. In your objectives, have you seen like you have to present a PPT? Because I have seen like lot of clubs, they don't have projectors and presentations. So usually it's a generic thing, Arvind Sami. Even by speeches, also they mean that it's presentation, like how you present in front of people. So PPT is not necessary. Yeah. But if you see that you are part of a Pondicherry Toastmasters Club, and you see that there is kind of projector is not available, but still you can go and attend other meeting with this membership. You can go and present. Like say you want to present, you have a PPT. So in that case, we will try to do it. But even if that is not possible, you can go and present that in any club across District 120, and you can work on that particular skill as well, like navigating through slides and speaking with those slides, like having the key data. I think
Thank you.
Romanti want to answer that. Yes, Romanti, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yes, I only wanted to add just one line about this. Toastmaster Arvind, the thing is, it depends upon the project that you are in. Okay, for example, you might be in level 1, you could be in level 2, you could be in any levels, but what does your project require? If it says that you are supposed to use a PPT, then you can use a PPT. And in that case, if we have a projector, we are supporting you here. And even if because of any technical glitch, if we are not able to have that, you can always have your laptop, right? So you can present that way. So it'll be good that way. So in presentation, I think if the project requires you to present a PPT, please go ahead with the PPT. That is my suggestion. Thank you, Bilal. That's
Thank
it.
you, Romanti.
Thank you, both of you. Cleared that.
Okay. So even in the project research and present, or when like say if I want to present, like I'm just giving an X scenario in my previous Toastmasters club, they never had a projector or presentation. So in that case, even laptop I can't show all 30 members, right? So we used to go to other clubs that has a very good projector so that I can navigate the slides. So it can be managed in multiple ways. There are multiple solutions to it. Yes, Bharat, you have any question?
Yes, it was Master Bilal. Actually, the same question I had. I chose dynamic leadership as my pathway.
Okay.
So I mean, I need to present daily presentation in my project, or is it necessary any time period to complete your project within a time period, anything like that?
Okay. There is no time period, but it's based on your availability and your timing. So but there are a lot of achievements. Like if you are able to complete the entire pathway within a year, then you get recognized as pathway celebrity at a district level. So there are certain awards which are available, but this is just to encourage members to be, actively, presenting their speeches. But there is no time, deadline set by Toastmasters International. It's based on your availability, your timing. You can work on these projects. I
So
hope.
I need to take 2 terms to complete my whole pathway. Am I correct?
Generally, like a lot of people, they used to complete entire path with in 1 year. So I have seen a lot of people, even I myself completed one pathways in 1 year. And you can target that, but if you are seeing that you are occupied and you are busy, you can take 2 years also, like, to complete a pathways. But if you are dedicated, you will be able to complete as soon as possible. But there are some electives that requires a lot of times. Like if you are selecting elective as a podcast, like you have to make release those podcasts in a couple of weeks. Then based on that experience, you will be coming and presenting. So those projects will take some time. But this is completely based on your availability. But
Okay. The podcast which you mentioned is only for any specific pathways, or the podcast
no,
includes in
no.
all
Like
pathways?
if you see all this level 4 and level 5 projects and level 5 projects in all pathways, it comes with a set of electives specific to those pathways. So I'm in motivational strategies. So this is in level 4 electives. So if you see here, there is something called managing difficult audience. So I have experienced this project. One of my club member attempted this elective. So how this will work? We will arrange some members in the audience, Toastmasters members, to disturb the one who is presenting. Say someone is coming up with a policy. So the speech was the school management person is coming with a policy that for the students, and these members will act as a parents, like they will try to question the speaker, like, why you are trying to bring this policy, what is the use, we don't see it's useful for the students. So they have to question them, they have to do some kind of disturbance during their meeting. They can attend calls, and how the speaker is going to manage this audience. So that's one of the objective of this particular project. So based on this path, like motivational strategies, there are a couple of electives which will be available. Say you are interested in creating podcasts, you can select this. And say if you want to manage, if you want to work on your skill on managing online meetings, then you can select this elective. So this is based on your interest. You can even have a Q&A session where you can have an 18 to 20 minutes Q&A session. For first 4 minutes, you will be delivering a speech. Based on that, for the remaining time, you will be having a Q&A session with the club members. So all these electives comes in, level 4 and level 5 and level 3 as
Thanks for the answers. Those are Bilal.
Thanks, Bharati. Now let me move on to the last one. This is level 5. Again, level 5 will have projects. And in pathways completion, once you complete all these 5 levels, right, in level 5 also you will have a unique elective. So once you complete these pathways, there is something called reflect on your pathways. So here you will come and stand in front of your club and say, like, what are your learnings from your pathways. So the moment you complete your first pathway, doesn't mean that you completed level 5, it's done. Then you have something called reflect on your pathways, where you will come and deliver a speech to your club members, like what are your learnings in your pathways and how you are going to utilize those learnings. And like it will be an insights for the other members, new members who have joined Toastmasters, right? So that is one thing. Then you will be completely submitting for the entire path and your VPE education. So every club VP education is responsible for approving these levels. So once you are done with one pathway, you will be going and selecting the second pathway. So in Toastmasters International, the first path will be free. It's part of your membership, and from second pathway, you have to pay and get access to those pathways. Just to give an example, my wife has selected this motivation strategies as path, right? Say she's completing this pathway next year by June. Then she want to go and work on her humorous skills. Then she has to select engaging humor as her path, right? So in that case, for your second path, while you are choosing your second path, you have to pay for it. So with this, I will try to stop talking about this motivation, this path-based program, and we can directly jump into this evaluation contest. So for this evaluation contest, right, I just thought about briefing. Like we have a lot of new members, like including my wife, Nilofar, Arul Jyoti, and see a lot of members who are pretty new to what is evaluation contest, right? First, I thought of explaining how this evaluation contest works. So on the day of evaluation, say Puducherry Toastmasters Club is having an evaluation contest on September 5th. So on September 5th, we will be having a test speaker who is outside our club. So he will be coming to our club and he will be delivering 5 to 7 minute speech. And we have around 10 members who are participating in evaluation contest. So all these 10 members, will be seated in our club meeting, and this test speaker will be delivering a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. And all the contestants, the 10 contestants who are, part of this contest will be listening to the test speaker. It can be about any speech. The test speaker, doesn't have to, give a specific topic. He can come up with any topic. He can deliver. He can use his public speaking skills, and he can deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech. So these contestants will be there and observing it, and they will be given a sheet of paper, and they can take notes. Like if you see the body language is good, about content, whatever observation you have, you will be writing those observation in the sheet of paper which is given to the contestants. Say in PTC we have 10 contestants. So once the speech is delivered, all these 10 contestants, even before the delivering a speech, before a test speaker delivers a speech, all these 10 contestants have to submit their electronic items, like say their phones or pen drive or laptop, whatever they have brought to the meeting. They have to submit it to the SAA, Sergeant of Arms, and then he will be having those, and he will be handing over that after the contest. So once the 7 minute speech is over, all these 10 contestants have to submit those paper to SAA, and they will be escorted outside the meeting room. And then one by one, based on the we'll be having selection who will be the first speaker and second speaker and third speaker, and based on that order, each person will be brought to the inside the hall, and they will be giving their evaluation for 2 to 3 minutes. And say first speaker is Arul Jyoti, the second speaker is Nilofar. And then second speaker Nilofar will not be there when Arul Jyoti is speaking. So when her number comes, Nilofar will be inside and she will be delivering her evaluation for 2 to 3 minutes. So once all speakers are done, the chief judge and visiting judges will give you some scores, and based on that, they will be announcing the winners. So I think I thought of explaining how the club contest are, but in flyers you can see I'm going to give some tips. That's not the case, but still, like I have been there for almost 5 years in Toastmasters, and I observed how evaluation context work. Based on that, I can tell you what you should not do. So I have 3 things what you should not do in evaluation contest. The first thing is being very direct. Say Anto is giving an evaluation for Rovanti. So Anto, when he's delivering his evaluation, he's coming to the stage and saying that Rovanti, your body language was very good. The speech was very good. So instead of saying that, Anto can, instead of being very direct to Rovanti, Anto can say, ladies and gentlemen, have you noticed how impressive the body language of today's speaker, Rovanti? So it should be very generic, so that there is some kind of learning for all audience. It should not be only to a specific person. Say Rovanti has given us being a test speaker and Anto is coming there, and there should be some kind of message for the entire audience instead of being very direct to Rovanti. So when evaluator is evaluating only the speakers, the other people will lose their interest, right? So there should be, our evaluation should be in such a way that there should be a learning for everyone for part of this contest or during the club meeting. The second point of what you should not do is to say, you are evaluating someone and you see that there should be some improvement in vocal variety. So instead of saying that, Nilofar, you need to work on your vocal variety, though you deliver your speech in the best possible way, but there was some kind of monotone, so you have to work on your vocal variety. So instead of saying that, you have to tell them what word needs to be stressed. You can give a short description. Just to give an example, a few days back, I made this statement, like today, it was a campaign speech. Today, I don't just want your votes. I want your belief that leadership is earned through service. So when I gave this, gave this sentence to my mentor, they helped me with how we need to stress. So I made this statement, right? Today, I don't just want your votes. I want your belief that leadership is earned through service. So the stress should be made on today. I don't just want your votes. I want your belief that leadership is earned through service, not always through closed door decisions. So again, closed door decisions, people are not able to understand that, right? So we have to make a stress, not always through closed door decisions. So an evaluator, instead of saying that it was monotone, you have to work on vocal variety, they can come up with a recommendation that what are the words that need to be stressed so that people can understand the meaning. A third one is using time wisely. The third mistake people will do is they will say that I'm going to give 4 recommendations and 4 mistakes, or say 4 improvement areas, or 4 things which I loved about the speech. So they will give some kind of hype at the start of the meeting, start of the evaluation, right? So instead of doing, they should use their time wisely. Like they have just 2 to 3 minutes, right? So they can directly jump into like what is the area that needs to be worked on. So these are 3 mistakes which people usually do. So I thought of sharing those today. So with that, my session is done. So could you like to add anything, Rovanti and to and Stephen, like people who are there in Toastmasters for a lot of time? Like, do you want to add anything here, Rovanti?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Bilal, for the opportunity. For all of you, see, we would have seen our evaluations, and we always like how Toastmaster Bilal mentioned that we simply directly talk to the speaker. Like Toastmaster Arul, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. But then at this point of time, all of us will lose our interest. So whenever we evaluate, please make sure as an evaluator you address the entire audience. We do not just speak to the speaker. I mean, we do not just speak to the test speaker. We speak to the entire audience. So please make sure whenever you're talking, you are engaging the entire audience. And soon the tips and tricks will be shared. We would be sharing you guidelines on how to evaluate. Okay, so those of you who are interested, may please give your names to our Vice President of Education. And do not worry, we will guide you on how to perform. And let's see you all on the date of competition. Over to Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Rovanti, for adding that point up. Is there anyone wants to highlight any questions or want to share something with the club members? Still have some time. Is there any questions about contest?
Bilal, I have one doubt.
Yes, Harita, please go ahead.
Can you give example for in how to avoid be very direct?
Yes, Harita, I told you, right? Like instead of speaking directly to the speaker, say Rovanti has delivered a speech. Instead of coming as an evaluator, say Rovanti, you have done this really well. You could improve on this particular area. Rather, you can say that, ladies and gentlemen, have you observed how today's speaker used her hand gestures to showcase this and that? So when you're doing that, you're talking with all audience, not just with Rovanti. So when you directly say that Rovanti, you have done this and that, then you are being very direct to Rovanti, right? So instead, you have to frame your evaluation in such a way that you are giving some kind of message to the entire audience.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So with that, let me tell you this: like today's evaluation session, it should be done by our Toastmaster Adil, who is an evaluation champion. But we had a last-minute dropout, and I'm able to manage this as a presiding officer for PTC. So with that note, I think we can adjourn this meeting. We are at sharp 7:30. Thank you so much for joining this session.
Thank you, everyone.
Sorry.
Toastmaster
Small announcement.
Yes,
We
sir.
have our upcoming contest on August 24th, which is in fully online mode. And we have on 10th August, we have mock evaluation contest plus regular meeting. So this is exclusive update from next monthly calendar. So contestants who are willing to participate, just pick your names ready.
Yeah.
One small thing from my side. I think the new bees can also try out, right? It's nothing like they do not have to have a eligibility criteria. We do not have an eligibility criteria.
For humorous and
for international speech contest, Rovanti. Other pre-contest, there is no eligibility criteria. Anyone
Okay, okay. So in evaluation, we do not have any eligibility. Anyone can participate.
Only
Right?
IAC do have level 1 constraint. See, level 2 constraint.
Okay. Yeah, for this one, no, right?
Yeah,
no.
Okay.
Usually in my
Great.
previous club, we encourage everyone to contest Rovanti. Since this doesn't require any preparation as such, we encourage all members to give it a try.
Yeah, we can encourage, but members should preparations at least for humorous speech contest.
Okay.
Yes, everyone. Yes.
And
The 25th it is, I guess.
24th,
Right? 24th is the evaluation contest or humorous speech?
both
so both
natural
have
club contest.
either
Okay. Right.
10th is a mock
So,
evaluation contest.
All right. Done.
You can send
So,
a message in group also.
Yeah.
yes, we would do that.
By this weekend I will. By this next weekend we will release that monthly calendar.
Okay, Anto. So before we adjourn, Anto, do you want to take any picture or something, Anto? Or we can adjourn?
Most of them are not the video mode, so it is.
Okay.
But I hope the entire session has been recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And just one request before we adjourn. I think, we have already adjourned. But it's just that I request XCOM team to just be present for few more minutes, please. Others, you all are free to leave. Thank you so much for this evening, for having come together.
So
It was
let
a
me
good
stop the
session with
recording.
Toastmaster Bilal.